Good morning, Mr. Chairman, Chairman Petri, Ranking Member DeFazio, and distinguished members of the subcommittee. I am Mike Lewis, Director of the Rhode Island Department of Transportation and President of the American Association of State Highway and Transportation Officials. Thank you for the opportunity on behalf of AASHTO and the state DOTs to share our views on MAP-21's implementation. Before I start, I must express our gratitude to all of you on the T&I Committee for your role last year in enacting a bipartisan surface transportation bill with its transformative policy and program reforms. With regard to MAP-21 implementation, I'll summarize 3 points for you. First, full implementation of MAP-21's significant reforms will require sufficient time to be completed in a way that accurately reflects the direction envisioned by Congress. Therefore, we urge you to allow this implementation to take its course before contemplating major changes. In short, we need time to put the reforms in place and have them worked as envisioned. Second, while it is early in MAP-21's implementation, at this point we're pleased with the collaboration with the U.S. DOT. States, transit agencies, and local governments own, construct, maintain, operate, and manage the nation's highway and transit systems. Our unique collaboration with the U.S. DOT as partners is absolutely essential in delivering a safe, economic, and environmentally sound surface transportation system. Third, we're pleased with the progress being made in implementing MAP-21 and are optimistic that the flexibilities delegated to the states and the reforms envisioned by the drafters of MAP-21 will be appropriately reflected in future regulations and guidance. As we support and applaud these reforms, we urge you to maintain these reforms in the next Surface Transportation Reauthorization Bill. And now I'd like to elaborate on three of the key reforms of MAP-21: accelerated project delivery, performance measurement, and freight. Obstacles in the environmental review and contracting processes have been a major contributor to project delay. We made progress in accelerating project delivery with provisions in Safety Lieu, and much more progress will be made as a result of MAP-21's reforms. These reforms will shave months off the simplest routine projects and years off of major projects without compromising environmental protection or opportunities for public participation. This will translate into real savings in project costs, productivity, and lives saved, while still preserving and enhancing the environment. We urge you to encourage U.S. DOT to give priority to implementing MAP-21's streamlining provisions in order to expedite the economic, social, and environmental benefits that will come from improving our transportation system. Performance measurement is another cornerstone of MAP-21's policy reforms, which we fully support. State DOTs have a strong history of developing and using performance measures to report to the public, improve operations, and plan better projects. For the last decade, many state DOTs have implemented comprehensive and robust performance management systems to balance investment decisions against resource limitations. State leaders in performance management, including Michigan, Missouri, and Washington State, have well-known performance management programs that have been producing proven results for many years and have become role models for other states like Rhode Island. As responsible owners, managers, and operators of the highway and transit system, state DOTs, with their transit agency and MPO partners, are ready, willing, and able to bring greater accountability and transparency to the surface transportation programs. AASHTO urges U.S. DOT to focus on a set of meaningful and credible national performance measures to be implemented through an iterative process that allows time for experimentation and innovation without the unintended consequences of penalties. MAP-21's focus on freight is significant. Transportation's essential link to the economy and the fundamental role of the federal government is no clearer than in the need for efficient and effective freight movement that improves interstate commerce. We applaud your recognition of that fact and further commend Chairman Schuster for establishing the special panel of 21st century freight transportation to examine the current state of our freight system and how freight transportation can strengthen our nation's economy. MAP-21's freight provisions begin to put into place essential components to more systematically and effectively address freight transportation needs. As owners and operators of the highway system, over which 70% of the domestic freight tonnage travels, state DOTs understand the economic imperative of addressing freight transportation. AASHTO urges the U.S. DOT to extend this collaboration to include state DOT representation on the National Freight Advisory Committee. Finally, Mr. Chairman, I must end by commending this committee for its leadership and commitment to consider the long-term sustainability of the Highway Trust Fund. The reforms to the Federal Surface Transportation Program provided in MAP-21 will take years to implement, and they will be for naught if Congress does not address the long-term stability of the Federal Surface Transportation Program. We stand ready to support you in your efforts to address this fundamental challenge. Mr. Chairman and members of the committee, thank you for this opportunity to testify. I look forward to answering any questions you may have.